Girly games, girly games. We are girls and we play games. Girly games. Squared. Meow. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Girly Games Squared. Let's play with BMO. We are here playing once again Monster Loves You. We are here with Bliss Tree, and we are about to enter the big bad world. Let's dive on in, guys. Alright, so let's see, there's adventure in town, and me and Bliss Tree and these other monsters. Let's see what the adventure is. Oh, it's another one of these. Okay, let's pick this three-eyed goat. You hear a bleating sound from inside the scapegoat's pit. Is it the scapegoat? Scapegoat? Is it scapegoat? I don't know. Of course it is. Bleating is what goats do. What's a bleat? Bleat. The scapegoat walks out of its pit, looks around, and bleats again. Nash Ganesh says it wants to fight. Let's give it one. A fight, sure, that makes sense. Or what's really bothering the goat? Let's get into the goat's story. The scapegoat stares at you as you approach it. It bleats again. Looking into the pit, you see that there is no food anywhere. Oh well. Nashganesh shoves aside and says, I said, let's give it a fight. Ask Nashgash to fight the goat, or to not fight the goat. Don't fight the goat, Nashgash. Defend the scapegoat from Nashgash, or go get some goat food while Nashgash gets her fight. They both kind of get what they want, but what if this goat loses? And then, let's go with it. You scrounge some edible greens from Hamrag's garden, then you use them to lead the goat back into its pit. The goat is satisfied. Hey, wait, what happened to Nashgash? Uh-oh. Turns out the scapegoat can outfight any young monster, even Nashgash. She's off licking her wounds, and the goat hasn't got a scratch on it. She lost. Aw, sad. Oh, whatever. Learned her lesson. The wolves again, maybe? You're heading home with a dead rabbit you found. Suddenly a fox appears. He sides up to you. Okay, you're going to eat all of that? Examine the wolf. You're clearly no ordinary fox. Oh, examine the fox. I don't know why I said wolf. You're clearly no ordinary fox. Hand over the whole rabbit. Share the rabbit with the fox, or make him watch you eat it. Let's examine this fox. Mostly talking foxes are fatter and better fed than their stupid cousins, but this one is lean. You can see his ribs under his unkempt fur. You're clearly no ordinary fox again. Share it, or make him watch. Should we share it? Let's share it. Let's be friendly. You tear the rabbit to 2 pieces. It splits unevenly, one chunk with most of the meat, and the other is a bunch of tendons and skin. The fox looks up hungrily. Just the gristle. The fox sniffs your offering, then pees on the gristle and runs back into the forest. Animals can be so rude sometimes. Oh, what a jerk. It was our rabbit. We offered him some, right? Let's go with this weird gear stuff. Okay. Bliss Street dumps an armload of objects on the ground. I found these in the woods. Nashgash grabbed one of the pieces of yellow metal and licked it. Lick something? How bad could it be? Okay, let's lick it. It's pretty bad. The muddy claw you just licked tastes like rust and mold. Not the delicious kind of mold either. The horrible, sour kind. Tell everyone that this is a stupid game and walk away. Pretend it's delicious and trick others into licking it and horrible stuff. Ah, yes. Nice. Cleverness. In no time, you have half the dozen of the other monsters rolling on the ground, clutching their tongues in their claws and groaning at the awful flavors. Laugh at them, the fools. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Some of your victims try to get up to punish you, but they're still confused from the bad taste in their mouths. You escape with their hide intact. Yes! That one turned out in my favor. I don't know what this is. Anyways. Mosquito, teeth, another fight. Teeth. As you're walking down the street, you find a stinging sensation. Something just bit your foot. Ah! Get it off! Run away! Let's get it off. When you look down, you see a small pile of human teeth in the small wire mesh box. Some monster must have dropped them. Human teeth? Ignore the teeth. Help find the owner. Someone threw these away. Finders keepers. Let's question this. They're teeth from baby humans. Some monsters collect them and play a game with them. Oh, are they tooth fairies? Like marbles, right? Are they tooth fairies? When you look down, you see a small pile of human teeth in a small wire mesh bag. Some monster must have dropped them. Okay, so let's keep the teeth, or let's help find the owner. You visit Moopsy Morel, who agrees to publish a found in the Omen the Harbinger if you want. Harbinger, I don't know. She says, I can do a feature on how honest you were today. Give all of them back and skip the feature. Keep a few for yourself and get in the paper while you're at it. Do we just give them back? I don't really want... I don't know. I just don't really want teeth. Yeah, I got honesty points. When he sees the ad in the paper, Hamrag comes and gets his teeth bag. You don't set up and take credit, but Moopsy whispers something in Hamrag, who looks at you with a dawning respect. Yay! Hamrag likes us. Let's go through the forest. It's such a nice day today. Perfect weather to wander outside of town, though you're not really supposed to leave Omen until you're older. Walk to the forest pass nearish Omen. Just take a nap in the sun right here in Portland Square. Not necessarily something that we're allowed to do till we're older. Yes, let's do it. When glorious weather... Oh, what glorious weather! The sun is shining, the birds are singing, squirrel are squirrelering, things away in their squirrel homes. Keep walking, why not? Turn around and go home. Keep walking, why not? You really don't see why young monsters are supposed to stay in town. What's going to hurt you out there? A squirrel? A tree? Keep walking on the path. Hey, what was that? Do you think it was a bear? Or is it a human? Or is it just a twig snapping? Everything's fine. That could be trouble. Turn around and go home. Now, I'm going to kind of learn a little bit from the knife on this one. I really want to find out what's in there. Let's do it. Okay. You soon forget the sound of snapping twigs, and it was probably friendly badger or a clumsy bear. Silly old bear! Stepping on. Snap! There it is again. Better go home? No, it's fine. Keep walking. Guys, what do we do? It's fine. Keep walking. You hear a sound again, then 2 more times in rapid succession. Something is behind you, under the covers of the tree. Get out, there's a monster! Get ready for a fight. You can beat any animal in these woods. Fight! It's a human carrying a weapon made of wood and string. Is she? She uses that weapon to fling another thing in your direction. Ah, no! The sharp things jab into you and you strike, and the pain is worth more than your claws or tooth. It's not a deadly wound, but it eats your body and mind. Hide in the trees. No time to be sneaky. Run for it. Hide in the trees. We're gonna be clever. You duck into a row of trees and stay out of sight. The human flings 2 more wooden things in your general direction, but stays quiet and she moves on. Run home as soon as it's safe. When you manage to hightail it out of there, you hide intact. You tell your friends, who shudder at the account. Oh, so that was. I'm glad we went and we did that. That was a fun adventure. That was a little spooky. Okay, bugs, happy, fight. You hear screams, shrieks, and cheers. You come running. The oldest monster is fighting a challenger. Even the elder monster flees to a safe distance. They know this could turn out badly. Who's fighting? Watch closely and learn. Meh, go get some cleaning done instead, or try to stop the fight. Let's watch closely and learn. You're the closest monster to the fight. The purple monster is 16 thick, ropey tentacles, and he's trying to strangle the eldest monster. That's close. The oldest monster ignores a grip that could, and does, shatter a hovel. Get closer, watch from a safe distance. Get closer. You move just a little closer, ignoring the shouts from behind you. The oldest monster swings in the purple guy by his tentacles, and you're in the path of the great brute's body. No! Moranis shrieks at the purple guy, uproots a tree, and then two great creatures square off again. Giant Hamrag squeals, "Get out of there, you fool!" Aliala gasps and hides her face. Oops! Moranis puffs herself up and rolls between the fighters like a great spiny boulder, trying to grab you and pull you out of there. Oh. The oldest monster, The oldest monster's tail twitches barely, and the Moranis is knocked away like a ball, deflating and bleeding. Run away! You get 2 steps before the purple challenger snaps you up into his jaw. Just before you can chew, the oldest monster rips his head clean off and hurls it away. Cower, stand tall. No, you nearly pooped yourself out of fear, and now nobody will meet your eyes. Oh, it's all. Aw, we were trying to be brave. Okay. Alright. That was good. Okay, let's see what else is up here. Okay, so this one. After the rain and the last puddle lingers, looking into one, you see hundreds of tiny wriggling bugs. Eat the little bugs, splash in the puddle, or look at the little bugs. Let's eat the little bugs. Num num num. Slurp! You suck the dirty puddle into your mouth and you spit it out, trapping the squirming mass of minuscule creatures. One quick crunch and they're in your belly. Rah rah rah. I'm a monster. Okay, sunny days. Elder Moranis leads you Blistry and Virok into the forest. She points to a stand of purple berries, bushes, and says, "Eat your fill, little ones." Ask her what this is about. Eat every berry in sight. Eat only some of the berries. Let's ask her what it's about. Moranis smiles down at you. "I noticed the berries were ripe, that's all. What are you afraid of? They'll make your tummy hurt?" "Oh, of course not." Elder Moranis leads you and Blistry and Virok into the forest. She points to the stand of purple berry brushes and says, "Eat your fill, little one, and let's only eat some of them." You exercise restraint, consuming berries until you're full and no more. Elder Moranis says it's all right, you can eat more than you want. What she's up to, hold back. We're all right, eat some more. Let's... I'm not gonna trust her on this one. Virok gorges itself in the berries and eating until his skinny little body is plump and quivering. She has stopped eating just like you. What happens next? Moranis rolls Virok back into town where the young monster is squeezed until her slime oozes out. The slime is purple and delicious. Is Virok okay? He's unconscious, but he seems to be no worse for the wear. What happened to the berry slime juice? Elder Hamrag makes pancakes for everyone. The sticky purple stuff turns out to be a delicious syrup. Gross. Well, I'm glad I did not end up being a part of that. I don't know. Something smells good. You and Gobclaws find a trail of feathers at the end of the town. Following you, you find an eagle with a bleeding wing. Oh no! For several hungry monsters, possibly. For 2 small ones, maybe not. This eagle is big, and hurt or not, he could probably mess you up pretty bad. Well, so what? He's wounded. You can take him. Get help for the eagle, or run away. Should we just take him? Squawk! Quack, 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 shriek, shriek! These are eagle noises in case you couldn't tell. Yeah, he's not so tough. Aw, we took out the eagle. Everyone stares at you, and Gobclaws drags a delicious carcass into the center of the cave that's almost too much to finish. Ooh, we brought everybody food, right? It was already injured. We're monsters. Adolescence is fleeting. You have grown beyond your youth, and you have become an adult. Yes! You have been dragged from your bed by your friends and neighbors trying to sleep here. Fight them! Who? What? Who? The where? Why now? Okay. They tell you it's time to grow up. You've taken into the woods. Oh, you were taken into the woods. Let's go to the woods. Their neighbors throw you into the center of the great circle of monsters. All older than you, they whisper to each other. Then look at you, then whisper some more. Getting on? Get on, getting on, is what they tell me. Oh, okay. The monsters murmur and mutter and spit and snarl. They're deciding the best defines you as a monster. Wait patiently, yell at them to hurry up, or take a nap. Let's wait patiently. After a while, the muttering stops, though the murmuring goes on for some time longer. Finally, the assembled monsters have come to a decision. Well, what is it? The ring of monsters shuffles closer to you, forming a tighter circle. Elder looms over you, while the smaller adults crunch low and surrounding grow shadowy and dark. Wait, what's happening? Do you part in the ceremony of adultation? Oh. The other monsters hold you in some respect. 5 out of the possible 100. Good for them. Oh, they have, no respect for me. Someone calls you clever. A roar of approval rises from the crowd. You knew it. All the monsters in the circle begin to hum and growl and sing. It's a traditional serenade to the snake moon. Join the serenade or figure out the counterparts and impress them. I'll figure out a counterpoint and impress them. Requires cleverness. Let's join the serenade. It is easy to follow the song. For a smart monster like you, the performance draws to a conclusion and everyone leaves you alone with your memories. Now then. End of adolescence, here's how we're doing. Oh, we have 96. We have lots of ferocities. And we're pretty clever, and we're pretty brave, but we're not very good at any of these. Okay. You're an adult now. You grow stronger over time, but your personality is no longer as mutatable what it is when you were young. Onward to adulthood. Politic with monsters. Explore the wilderness. Let's go here. Snake! The snake moon is rising in the sky, and it's time to gather some snakes for the ritual. Snake moon, other monsters will bring plenty of snakes. Stay home and let them do all the work. Set out to gather snakes. What is the snake moon? Sometimes the full moon has got shadows on it, and that's got to mean something. Monsters celebrate these shadows with snake soup. The snake moon is rising in the sky, and you gather some snakes for the ritual. Let's set out to gather some snakes. You wander the field near the wilderness, and it is easy to catch snakes, and every time you reach another one, some of you squirm out of your grasp. Most of the snakes are getting away. Not anymore. They are not to kill the snakes as you catch them. Okay. Keep catching them alive. Let's kill them. You come to the ritual with 10 snakes draped over your shoulder. Great! The monsters with your dead snakes. Go, greet the monsters with your dead snake. Yes. Many of the monsters brought live snakes, but they let you put your dead ones into the scaly cauldron. The monsters gather around the cauldron. Rock scrapes 2 sticks together to light a fire. It's going to be a fun night. And then there was much rejoicing. Oh, yay! Let's do some exploring. What? This is blood. You stalk the forest, hunting an exclusive swift elk. Suddenly it emerges from the underbush, lowering its antlers and pawing at the ground. It's going to charge. Perfect. Tear it apart. Run away, run away! Let's tear it apart. The elk charges and you duck under it, slashing a hole in its chest. But inside, instead of a heart, you find nothing. The elk turns, catches you with an antler, and flings you into a tree. What the? The elk bounds away. It's unkillable. There's nothing that's unkillable after it. Leave the elk in the woods. Return to Omen and warn everyone about the strange elk. Let's go after it. You keep chasing the elk until it pauses to drink for a stream. Then you spring at it without fear and tear its limb from limb, head from body, antler from skull. Its pieces are still twitching as you devour them. You are filled with the strange heat, but it soon fades. How bracing. Was it a unicorn? Aw, we just killed a unicorn. Other monsters comment on the new swagger in your step as you return to Omen. Ooh. Can you hear the monsters moving around in the background? That's pretty cool. Let's go with this one. You hear Gritmitten telling younger monsters about the humans that almost killed him. It's the pointy parts that get you, he says. Listen in. Always wait until the knife is pointing out somewhere else, then run away. He turns to you and says, "Isn't that right?" Explain to the youngsters that the human knife is always dangerous. Exaggerate the story to strike fear into them. Impress everyone by claiming you are an expert. Let's strike fear in them. And spears, you say, are like knives that can fly, like bird swords. The younger monsters cower in fear. Scary. Gritmitten scoffs at the obvious fabrication. Come on. It's funny. Explore some more. Sword. You find a red hood and a basket in the middle of the forest path. A human house is nearby. Funny, you've never noticed it before, but there's a white picket fence out front. Creepy, stay away. Circle the pretty little house, or take the hood and basket home. Let's circle the pretty little house. There's a great deal of blood in the yard, along with a half-dead wolf coughing weakly. Kill the wolf. Ask the wolf what happened. Let's get information out of him first. Woodcutter's friend. You can't trust them. Beware, their axes even worse than knives. The wolf's finished dying. Bow the head in respect. Take and eat the wolf carcass. Wolf. You haul the strangely heavy carcass back home, and an elder points out a sewn-up gash down the wolf's belly and says it was good work. Take credit for the woodcutter's surgical precision, and admit that it was someone else who cut the wolf open. Let's admit it. Yay, respect and honesty. The elder is impressed with your honesty and says so. You open the gash and find stones inside the wolf. How odd. How odd indeed. Let's explore a little more. We need to gather more snakes. You take the lead on a hunt in the wilderness, but you become separated from the group and suddenly you catch sight of something. There! Where? Within the thicket, rumor has it that there's a specially large, clever snake tricked Nashgash biting her and made her sick for days, and it's right there waiting, watching. Call everyone and get out of there. You've beaten and eaten snakes before. Time to eat another. Let's get out of here. You call everyone. What do you mean, everyone? Everyone! Oh, everyone. You gather everyone and retreat back to Omen. Nobody kills the snakes. It may forever lurk in the path of the forest. Perhaps we should have killed him. But I don't want to. I could take on a big snake. But could I take on a big snake? I'm not looking to die early. You're following a deer into the forest, and when the trail becomes to an abrupt end just in front of the cave entrance, the hoof prints look strange, like the deer doubled back, walking backwards in its own tracks. It's a trap! Okay, so what do you do about it, smart monster? Get away quickly from the cave. Clearly you should fight the trap. Turn the trap against the deer. You walk into the cave and find Hamrag taking on one of his famous naps. The huge monster is known for his irritability when he is awakened. A twig snaps in the bushes. The deer is fleeting. Oh, fleeing. Draw the deer closer. Wait for another deer to come to you. Let's draw it closer. You shriek and crouch, readying your claws. Hamrag starts to wake up. Now go! The deer has crept forward to watch you spring the trap. You catch it by surprise as you leap back out of the cave. You kill it in a single swipe of one claw. That'll teach it. Ha ha ha. Hamrag stumbles out of the cave, half asleep, but ready to fight. Give him some deer meat. Excuse yourself. Let's give him some deer meat. You mollify the huge monster with half the deer carcass. Hamrag says, hey, you can wake me up anytime if that's going to be what a meal's like. Oh, yes. Okay. Let's deal with this one. Monsters are gathering around the skull pole. They invite you to dance with them. Skull pole? Dance? Decline, but watch them dance. Skull pole? A few monsters die without dissolving themselves into a consumable spawning pit. What? Other monsters save the heads of the deceased and hang them on the skull pole. The skin and the flesh turn to slime and eventually leaving only bone. Ah. Monsters are gathering around the skull pole. They invite you to dance with them. Let's dance. The only problem is you've never done the skull dance and everyone is watching you. Wait for someone else to dance and imitate that monster. Slip away without making a scene or begin to dance. Let's wait. They are all looking at you, right at you, expectantly. Okay. The only problem is you've never done the skull dance. Now, let's just begin to dance. You move closer to the skull pole. Dance fast. Thrash around like you just don't care. Apologize for your ignorance and dance slowly. Try to show some respect to the skulls. You dance slowly and somberingly, not quite sure what to do, but doing it with dignity. When you finish, all the other monsters howl with approval. Nice. Nice. We danced around the skull pole. Let's see what's in the door. You hear a cry from nearby Hoovel. What happens over there? What's happening over there? Sashwaite, a new adolescent, doesn't understand how the windows in her Hoovel work. She's trapped her paws under a heavy pain. Free her from the window or leave her there. She'll chew her arm off eventually. Let's free her. You walk over and take a look. This should be easy for a grown monster like you. Lift the window to free Sashwaite, or scare her a little to teach her a lesson and break the glass to free her. Let's just lift it. Sashwaite seems afraid of you, but these things happen. She thanks you for you releasing her from the window. You notice that the small crowd is gathered. Help Sashwaite treat her injured arm, or tell her that the arm will heal on its own. Let's treat her arm. You tend to Sashwaite's bruise with a salve made from flowers and mushrooms. Soon she feels no pain at all, and the crowd applauds your helpfulness. Yay, we're getting respect. Let's try one more of these, and then we'll do another one of the explorers. Let's do this one. You find bolts hiding a dented alarm clock. Why have bells that don't ring? Is this some kind of a riddle? Before he can answer, he throws a clock over his head and glowers at it. Stop all over it for fun. Take it for your home, or try to fix it. Let's try to fix it. You pick up the clock and examine it with care. It's so complicated, more complicated than anything a monster has ever made. That includes monsterlings. Wheels and clogs and gears and levers and slides and all kinds of things. This is too hard. Just take it and stick it in your Hooverall as a decoration. Keep poking at the clock or hit the clock. Let's just keep poking it. Even though it's so complicated that you might get your claw caught inside of it, or get a spring to the eye, or accidentally hurt blots, or hurt blots on purpose for that matter. Yes, go for it. Nah, keep it safe. You turn the key, you turn the key round. It makes a clicking sound. Then the bell goes ding, not bad. It gets harder to turn though. Keep going. Stop while you're ahead. Can we eat it now? Bite the clock. Keep going. Oh. You turn the key some more. It resists for a moment, but then you turn it harder and boing. Whoops, pieces everywhere. You pick up gears out of your mouth and help Blunts clean up the blood out of his eye. Aw, we should have just left it. Which, we almost had it. Okay, let's explore some more. Let's go with the three-eyed goat again. A squirrel hops into a pool of sunlight, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to bury nuts and make something of itself. You drop on it from a branch, you grab it and twist its head off. Delicious decapitation. A wolf suddenly leaps in front of you, snaps a squirrel out of your claws, and runs laughing and barking. Wolves can bark now? Isn't that only dogs? Turn the tables on the wolf. Chase the wolf into the bushes. Let's turn the tables on him. A second squirrel creeps out and pokes at the discorporated head of the first one. You grab the new squirrel and chew on it a little, thinking, lure the wolf closer with the squirrel, or sure everyone in Omen you were smarter than this wolf. Lure the wolf closer. You dangle the squirrel over your maw, waiting the wolf tries to steal it as he planned. You slash her with your claws, she flees, having learned not to mess with you again. I wanted to bring her back. Delicious wolf. Get the pose. The spine doctor has asked you to catch a special fox. It limps, she says, and it coughs. I need it quickly, if at all. Why does she need this sickly fox? After it. Let's ask. The spine doctor swats you on one prickly arm. There's no time for questions. Get the fox or don't. Okay, whatever. After it. You go forth into the forest, trailing the fox. As you get closer, you catch a glimpse of the ragged ears between two trees. The fox is limping slowly. You get closer. You draw near and you smell something sickly sweet. The fox limps and vomits green matter on the forest floor. Your claws tremble as though to touch it. Pursue the wolf to ends of the forest and beyond. Chase the wolf, but stop and wash your claws frequently. You don't want to get sick. Or go back to the spine doctor and ask if it's safe. Let's pursue it. Fox sickness can't harm a monster. The fox tries to scare you off at the last moment by throwing up again, but you snatch it with your claws. Return to the Omen and present the plague fox to the spine doctor. The doctor accepts the fox with delight. She nods to the several patients waiting for her. You see, friends? This one shows promise. Watch what she does with the fox. The spine doctor squeezes the fox, forcing it to throw up into a row of rat cages. She says, now I can use the rats to make medicine, so we can cure animals we care about. Oh, okay. That's alright. We're alright. Okay, let's explore. A pack of monsters set out to capture the honeyed bees, a special swarm that carries its hive along with its special pieces. The sweet odor of rich honey is everywhere along the forest trails. Onward, homeward, onward. Blistree says, me first, and I'm not sharing either. It's every monster for herself today. Nashgash nods and flexes her claws as everyone splits up. Lurk where the swarm is likely to pass, then pounce. Lunge into the heart of the largest part of the swarm. Or grab a honeycomb, but only if it's safe to do so. Let's lurk into the swarm, likely to pass then pounce. You take a nap in the shadows of the thickest trees. Awakened by the approach of buzzing wings, you jump into the swarm and escape with a delicious honeycomb. Yay! Okay, so we can do one more explore and then we'll do one more of the other one. Let's go with that one. Wild chickens are back in season. As delicious as they are mean, they're loose within the wilderness, and the monsters are hunting them down. Pfft, chickens. Lame. Forget that. Find some eggs and just eat those. Or get out there and hunt those wild chickens. Chickens, let's go. Deep in the woods, you're looking at the chicken scratch when you're literally stumbled over a hen guarding a cluster of chicks. The hen clucks and claws at you. Look at that hen. She's huge. Fight the hen. Drive the weakest chickens away from their protector. Let's fight this hen. Let's fight it. Though the clucking makes your blood turn cold, you seize the great hen and fight until both of you mess of feathers and blood. But victory is savory. Nashgash cheers so hard that 2 chickens she hasn't killed yet escaped her grasp. Okay. Yay! Okay. Let's go with the spider. Today's the day of the Spinner 500, the big spider race. Winners are regarded highly by all around town. Let's do this. I don't even have to read the next one. But your spider hurt her leg this morning. What should you do? It's a noble race. Watch with your spider. Cheat, she's normally the fastest spider in the world, even the playing field. Maybe the best spider win. Enter her yours unaided. Out of 13 entries, your spider comes in 14th with a beetle joins the race in the last lap. But at least you have your honor. Okay, we should have cheated. We should have cheated. Okay, you're growing old, my friend. Your body is very soft and you drip slime everywhere you go. It's getting hard to leave your hoover. Stay inside and think about this. Go see the spine doctor or embrace your fate. Let's stay inside and think about this a little bit. Let's see. It's your time and you know it. Unless you've lived well, your body will return to slime from which it came. But if you have done well, think about what happens if you've done well. Or what about that noise outside? A group of elders is waiting at the door of your hovel. They have seen you dripping. They know it's time for you to dissolve and ascend. Refuse to go. Go with them to dissolve or become an elder. Ask them to come back later. Let's go with them. The elders of Omen surround you with a spawning vat. They've built a fire beneath a small cauldron, and your body is squishy and damp. Examine the cauldron, be tested, try to ascend to the elder success. Dissolve and become one with the spawning vat, or last test to run, flee into the wilderness. Let's be tested. A masked elder comes forward, she says. It's time to decide. All the elders growl and snarl. Growl. Watch. The masked elder claws herself. 3 drops of liquid splatter against the hot bottom of the empty cauldron. Thick vapor rises into the air. What's that, blood or slime? Let's listen. The masked elder says, "Who has already decided the fate of this monster?" Wait. A few of the elders approach the cauldron to add fluid into the collection. The liquid begins to bubble. Let's wait. The masked elder has placed 5 fat stones on the ground before you. She says, "Choose one. Chance will guide your claws." Look at the stone. Pick a stone that looks good. Let's look at the stones. Each stone is stained with an old blood and polished by the touch of many of paws. You can't tell one stone from the other. Okay. The masked elder has placed 5 flat stones on the ground. Let's pick a stone that looks good. As you reach for the stones, someone shrieks in the distance and all eyes turn in that direction. You realize you can peek under the stones if you're quick. Resist the temptation. You wait a moment, and the shriek dies away. All the others stare back at you. Choose the next stone. Wow. The other side of the stone etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster holding up a claw, speaking intently. The masked elder says, "Ah, honesty. But you have just passed that test. Oh, choose the next stone." The other side of the stone is etched with a crude glyph. It shows a monster frowning in concentration. The masked elder says, "We will test your cleverness." Be tested. The masked elder emits a series of musical whistles and clicks, then performs a complex dance. You've never seen these steps before. She says, "Now, you do it. Copy every noise and movement." "Yeah, you were dancing, friend!" Polite applause washes across the crowd. You knew you could do it. Several monsters howl their approval and step forward, adding more fluid to the iron cauldron. Dance over the cauldron. You hold the cauldron, which contains the portentous infusion. It's heavy. Look into the cauldron, or drink the portentous infusion. If there is enough blood in it, you will ascend. Let's do it. You drink the bubbling concoction, then blech and howl. Your body solidifies almost instantly, and you are an elder now. Ah, we're an elder! Guys, we're an elder! We did it! We did it! We did it! We're an elder! We're an elder! Yes, 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 yes! Sweet. Yup. You are now an elder. You are welcome to Znank, the oldest of Monster Downs. Awesome! In this stage of life, you play your cards right, you'll be able to affect both the way monsters view humans and vice versa. Use your powers or persuasion wisely. Okay, guys, that was a really long episode, but wow, we got through a lot. And guess what? We are now an elder, and that is pretty sweet. I love this game. I just love everything about it. I don't know, it goes in many different ways, and I'm really liking how it's going, so I'm going to keep playing this game, because it's just so much fun. And it's probably not very long, but it's really, really quite good. So thank you for watching BMO Plays Monster Loves You. And like, share, and subscribe, because I love you guys too. Even maybe I'm a monster. Rawr. Okay, see you guys later. Peace. End.
Ah! I'm gonna die in a second. Well, you know what? Not my problem, lady. Not my problem.